third grade, we are going to review our comma rules and then we're going to learn a new one. All right, so what is the first comma rule that we learned? Where do we put commas? I think I heard some of you, we put commas after yes or no. Remember, yes or no at the beginning of a sentence. So whenever we have yes, I would like to see that. No, you may not drink that now. Yes, you can see your friend. No, I am not happy right now. Whatever, okay? Whenever there's yes or no at the beginning of a sentence, we put a comma after that. When is the other time that we've been putting our commas? Right, what we talked about yesterday. When you put a comma before or after a person's name when you're talking to the person, not about the person, right? So when I'm talking to you, not about you, that's when I'm going to put a comma after, before, or after your name. If I say, Aaliyah, can you please pick up this crayon for me? Okay, I'm talking to Aaliyah, not about Aaliyah. I didn't say, Aaliyah is going to pick up this crayon for me. No, I'm talking to her. Can you pick up this crayon for me? And then I say her name, Aaliyah, okay? Or I say her name first. Either way, I'm talking to Aaliyah, not about Aaliyah. So when I have that, I put a comma after her name if it's at the beginning of a sentence. I put it in front of her name if her name is at the end of the sentence, and before and after if it's in the middle of the sentence. Will you please, Aaliyah, pick up this crayon? Okay. If her name is in the middle of a sentence, I put the comma before and after. Very good. So those are important things to recognize and know. So as we review those, look at our sentences that we have here on the board. So look at the first sentence. May we go to the park, Dad? So that's asking a question, interrogative sentence. That interrogative sentence is talking to whom? It's talking to Dad. So what do? We put a comma after park and before Dad. May we go to the park, comma, Dad? Because I'm talking to Dad, not about Dad. Very good. What about this one? Yes, let's ask Mom to go with us. Yes or no at the beginning of a sentence. Very good. So we have to put a comma after yes. And then, so we need to put one before and after Mom? Because I'm talking to Mom? Yes, let's ask Mom, hey Mom, to go with us? Yeah, no, that's not right. We're not talking to Mom. We're talking about Mom. We're saying, you know what, maybe we'll ask Mom to go too. Okay, so yes, let's ask Mom to go with us. So we're not going to put commas around Mom. Good for you if you got that. If you didn't, make sure, recognize why we don't put commas around Mom. We're talking about Mom, not to her. Okay, Mom can pack a snack, Dad. Ooh, there's two names in there, Mom and Dad. What do? We put a comma after Mom and then before Dad? Ooh, some of you are yelling. Don't yell. It's okay. Don't yell. So where am I going to put my comma then? I have to put my comma. Am I talking to Mom? Hey, Mom, can pack a snack, Dad? Wait, what? Can pack a snack, Dad? What are you talking about, sweetheart? If you asked your mom, can pack a snack, Dad, that doesn't make sense. But then we say, hey, Dad. Yes, Mom can pack a snack. Does that make sense? Yes, so we're talking to Dad, not about Dad, but we are talking about Mom, not to Mom, okay? So just make sure you are thinking that through carefully. Does that make sense? So we have our first comma rule, which we learned, put a comma after yes or no when it's at the beginning of a sentence. And then we put a comma before or after a person's name when we are talking to the person, not about the person. All right, I'm going to move you back for a couple seconds before we get to our new sentences, because I want you to listen carefully. I'm going to read a couple of sentences, and I want you to stand and then sit every time you hear a noun. So when you hear the first noun, stand. When you hear the second noun, sit. When you hear the third noun, stand. For every noun, you're standing and sitting. Okay? So you're going to be up and down a lot, but you have to listen carefully as I read the sentences. My brother is in choir this year. So what should it have been? My brother is in choir this year. Don't forget, year is a noun. Kelly is my cousin. Right? Good. Mrs. Adams, you are a good art teacher. Ooh, what about that one? So did you sit for Mrs. Adams? You are a good art teacher. Do we stand for art? Because what is art doing? It's describing the kind of teacher. So we won't stand for anything else except for teacher. Mom made a cake for Dad. Mom made a cake for Dad. Did you get that one? Good job. If you did, give yourself a big thumbs up, big pat on the back, and another big thumbs up, because I'm not doing elbow bumps because you should have gotten those right. But anyway, good job. Okay, now I want you to listen to this very, very carefully. Here are some important sentences that you need to know. Mom bought Brayden new socks. Mom bought Brayden new shirts. Mom bought Brayden new jeans. Mom bought Brayden new shoes. That's nice, right? What? What's the matter? Did it sound weird that I kept saying kind of the same things over and over? Mom bought Brayden new socks. Mom bought Brayden new shirts. Mom bought Brayden new jeans. Mom bought Brayden new shoes. These sentences could easily have been combined into one sentence without writing the same thing over and over and over again. But if you write them as one long sentence, Mom bought Brayden new socks, Mom bought Brayden new shirts, Mom brought Brayden new jeans, Mom brought Jaden new shoes, then it would be a run-on and it would be too long and confusing. The sentence would be confusing and hard to read if you didn't have your commas. But when we look and think, all that we need to do is remember we said we take away the words that are repeated over and over and over and over again. Mom bought Brayden new socks. So do we need Mom bought Brayden and new? No. So then we could put shirts. We don't need Mom bought Brayden and new. So then we could just put the word jeans. Still don't need Mom bought Brayden new. But then we could put the word shoes. But again, if we wrote that sentence, Mom bought Brayden new sock shirts, jeans, shoes. Wait, what? Sock shirts, jeans, shoes? What are sock shirts, jeans, shoes? So we do need to put some commas in that sentence in order to make it make more sense and to be readable, because right now it's not readable. So here we have that sentence. Mom bought Brayden new sock shirts, jeans, and shoes. Okay, well, that's kind of all blurred together. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at Mom bought Brayden new socks. Then what else? Shirts. Then what else? Jeans and shoes. So now when we read the sentence, we pause where we see our commas. Mom bought Brayden new socks, shirts, jeans, and shoes. Makes much more sense now, right? Because we put commas in between. So what I want you to think of when you are putting this new group of commas in your sentences is I want you to think of the World Series. The World Series is a series of games that baseball players play, and they keep playing and keep playing and keep playing until there's a winner. Once that winner is determined, that is the world champion, game. They're the World Series champions. There's no more games until the next year or the next sentence. So instead of world series, we're going to say word series. So when we have words in a series, like socks, shirts, jeans, and shoes, we're going to put those commas in between the word series. Now, here's my next hint, because I have students that miss this. No commas after and. Say that. No commas after and. Not after the word and, not after any words that are after and. No commas after and. Say it again. No commas after and. One more time. No commas after and. So no commas after and. We put all of our commas in front of the and, after the words that are in front of the and. So let's look at our next sentence. I don't know if you can see it as well from back there, but I think you can. Yes. Okay. Apples, grapes, and crackers are good snacks. Apples, grapes? Is there such a thing as apples, grapes? No. When they're written all together, I don't know where to pause for my next thing that I'm talking about. So I'm talking about apples, and then what? Grapes, and then what? Crackers. 3 things are good snacks instead of just 2 things. It's not apples, grapes. It's apples and grapes and crackers, but we're not going to put and for all of those. We don't need to, because we can just put commas. Apples, grapes, and crackers are good snacks. Remember, no commas after and, right? So we have apples, comma, grapes, comma, and crackers are good snacks. And that's all that we have to do. So they're word series. When you have 3 or more words in a series, we put commas in between those words. Then our last sentence, it says, Samantha sang, read, and slept in the car. Samantha sang, read, and slept in the... Wait, what? What did she do? Oh, Samantha sang in the car. Samantha read in the car. And Samantha slept in the car. But do we need to say, Samantha read in the car, Samantha slept in the car, Samantha sang in the car? No, that would be the most boring story ever, most boring sentences ever. So we can just make it one sentence saying Samantha sang, read, and slept in the car. But we need to have something to separate those things that she did. She sang, comma. She read, comma, and she slept in the car. And we have to remember, no commas after and. So we're not going to put any commas after and. They're all going to go in front of the and, between only the words in a series. I'm not putting, am I talking to Samantha? Hey, Samantha, Samantha, pay attention, Samantha. Sang, read, and slept in the car. Now, I'm not talking to her, right? I'm talking about Samantha. So I'm saying that this is what she did. Samantha sang, comma, read, comma, and slept in the car. So when we have words in a series, we are going to put commas between those words in a series. So when else are we going to put our commas? Between words in a series. So we put a comma after yes or no at the beginning of a sentence. Yes or no at the beginning of a sentence. We put a comma before and after a name when you're talking to the person, not about the person. And now we're going to learn that we put commas in between words in a series. So to break up those words so we're not reading them all together, and also so that we're not making 5 sentences saying the same thing and repeating it over and over and over again. So words in a series. Now listen to this sentence. What if I have a sentence that says, I took pictures of sunflowers, windmills, and barns? What do I do there? I took pictures of sunflowers, and instead of saying, I took pictures of windmills, I took pictures of barns. No, I took pictures of sunflowers, comma, windmills, comma, and barns. Okay, because they're words in a series. And no commas after and. No commas after and. If I see commas after and, the language police are coming to hunt you down. No commas after and, okay? All right, page 61 in your language books. Page 61. Look at our box at the top where it says look closely. Use commas to separate words or groups of words in a series. A series is 3 or more similar words or groups of words written one after another. Katie, Austin, and DJ are in my 3rd grade class. So instead of writing Katie is in my 3rd grade class, Austin is also in my 3rd grade class, DJ is also in my 3rd grade class. No, you can just give them all one sentence. Katie, Austin, and DJ are in my 3rd grade class. And though do you recognize? No commas after and, okay? The birthday balloons were pink, blue, green, and yellow. They weren't pink, blue, green, and then yellow. No, it's not pink, blue, green. There's no such thing. They were pink, they were blue, they were green, and they were yellow. So we put a comma between each of those colors. Pink, comma, blue, comma, green, comma, and yellow, and there's no commas after and. I like to eat pizza, hot dogs, ice cream, and apple pie. Okay. If we had not had the commas in there, I would read, I like to eat pizza, hot dogs, ice cream, and apple pie. What? You like to eat pizza hot? That makes sense. Dogs. Wait, you eat dogs? Okay. You have to have the commas. Remember, commas save lives. Let's eat grandma, or let's eat, comma, talking to grandma. Okay. So we don't like to eat hot and pizza hot and then dogs and then ice and then cream and apple pie. No, we like to eat pizza, hot dogs, ice cream, apple pie. Okay, put commas in between and no commas after and. So think A, read each sentence carefully. Use proofreader's marks to add the necessary commas. So look at number 1. Many farmers in Kansas raise cattle, wheat, corn, and soybeans. Whoa, that's a lot of stuff. So they raise what? Cattle, comma, wheat, comma, corn, comma, and soybeans. And no commas after and. All right? That's what you're going to be doing through 2 through 5. And then at the bottom, think B, makes you think. In the blank, write yes if the sentence has correct punctuation. Look at it all very carefully. Write no if the sentence does not have correct punctuation. Think about the comma rules, not just the ones from today, but previous comma rules as well, even previous period rules. You have to think about all of those rules because you look, number 4 has Reverend Donald M. Henson is the pastor of Red Rocks Church. So you have to look and see, are the punctuation marks there that are supposed to be there, the punctuation that I know that we've gone through this year. Okay, so that's what you're doing for your language page, page 61. Work on that carefully. All right, good job, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.